Hi guys, it's William. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you the first recipe for Halloween on this YouTube channel, and today it's going to be very spooky because we're gonna make grave mousse cakes. I'm gonna call them that way, I think. We'll see. Basically, I'm going to make a chocolate shell, and in it I'm going to put some peanut butter mousse and some chocolate cake. I'm going to cover the whole thing up with some Oreo crumbs just to make it look like, dirt. And then I'm going to put the gravestone. It's going to be very spooky, but perfect for Halloween. So let's start with the chocolate shells. So for my chocolate shells, I'm going to use some very dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa. It's going to taste perfect with the sweet mousse and chocolate cake. And I'm going to melt it in the microwave and then put it in my mold. And then I'm going to take off the excess of chocolate and let it set in the fridge. Perfect, so my chocolate shells are ready to go. It was very easy to do, as you can see. Now we can make the actual gravestones, and I'm going to use some fondant and I'm going to roll it out on my surface covered with some icing sugar, and then I will make the gravestones. And basically you do whatever you want, just use your creativity or visit a graveyard or whatever you want to do. Just get inspired by gravestones and then cut them easily with just a cutting knife, and we will then paint them. For the paint, I'm going to use some black food coloring, and I'm using some powder today. And first of all, I'm going to dissolve the powder in some water and then brush the fondant. And I'm also going to add a few bits of actual powder on it, and it will create a very old and dirty effect, perfect for gravestones. And then we are going to let them dry completely until the fondant gets very hard. Now that your gravestones are hard and perfectly ready to go, we are going to decorate them with some icing. I just made some very, simple icing using icing sugar and water. And I added some black food coloring, and then I used a piping bag, and I'm just going to write some spooky stuff on my gravestones, like RIP or dates, for example, and anything you want to put on your gravestones. You can also write funny stuff like buried alive, as Phoebe would say in France, for example. Just be creative, it will be very fun. So the chocolate shells are done and our stones are done too. So I'm going to make now the peanut butter mousse, and I'm basically going to make a chantilly whipped cream, and I'm going to whip some cream. Here I'm using crème fraîche since I am in France and this is my favorite. And I'm going to beat it for about 2 minutes with some vanilla extract until it's very thick and moussey. Perfect, adding the peanut butter and mixing again. Perfect, so now I'm going to add a touch of sugar just for some sweetness, and the mousse will be done. For my chocolate cake, I used a chocolate cake recipe that I've actually shared in my French YouTube channel. I'm going to share it with you very soon on this English YouTube channel. Please make your own regular chocolate cake recipe and bake it in a very rectangular and flat mold. You can also use a box cake. I wouldn't judge you, of course. Just do what's easy for you. You can also buy pre-made chocolate cake. And then I'm going to cut the edges off just to have the perfect moistness in the cake, and that will be that easy. So it is now time to assemble our grave mousse cakes. And first of all, I'm going to put some peanut butter mousse in the bottom of my chocolate shells. Then I'm going to top it off with my chocolate cake, and then once again some mousse. Perfect, now I'm going to cover everything with some crushed Oreos. I'm using some peanut butter Oreos as a reminder of the flavor of these cakes, but you can definitely use whatever flavor you want. Now it's just the time of putting our gravestone in the dirt, and the cakes are done, and as you can see, they are very spooky and perfect for Halloween. So that's it for our first Halloween recipe of 2018 and the first Halloween recipe in this YouTube channel. I hope you guys liked it. You can find the list of ingredients in the description box down below this video, as well as the social media where to follow me, like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. Please subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot, and it helps me develop my YouTube channel here. And please leave a comment or just a thumbs up if you liked this video, and I will see you next time for another great recipe. Bye!